The 1995 adaptation of The Scarlet Letter, directed by Randall Joff, was based on the novel written by Nathaniel Hawthorne in 1850. The Scarlet Letter takes place in Boston, Massachusetts in the 17th century. The story revolves around a young woman named Hester Prynne who is sent to America by her husband to get situated and prepare for his arrival, but he never arrives. Hester commits a grave sin of adultery in her husband's absence and is punished by wearing the scarlet letter A on her breast. As a result of her sin, she bears a child out of wedlock that she names Pearl. Hester is sent to jail for her crime. The story begins as Hester walks out of the jail onto the town's scaffold with her child in her arms so she can be shamed in front of the whole community as part of her punishment. In the distance she spots her husband, who now goes by the name of Roger Chillingworth, the town's new doctor. Chillingworth makes Hester promise not to tell anybody about who he is because he wishes to start a new life. He begs for Hester to reveal the name of the man that sinned beside her, but she refuses to give his identity up. But Roger is determined to find out who the father of her child truly is. As time passes, Hester now lives in a cottage outside of town with her daughter and supports herself by working as a seamstress. The community attempts to take Pearl away from Hester, but thanks to the town's Reverend Dimsdale, the town's minister, he is able to convince them that only Hester can raise Pearl. The minister becomes gravely sick, caused by distress and guilt. Chillingworth attaches himself to the minister, thinking that his torments have something to do with Hester. We learn that Dimsdale is punishing himself for his sins and that he is the father of Pearl and the man that sinned alongside Hester. Hester begs Chillingworth to stop adding to Dimsdale's self-torment, but he refuses. Hester then schedules a meeting in the forest with Dimsdale, and they decide to run off and be a family together. A day before their escape, the townspeople gather for a holiday, and Dimsdale delivers the best sermon he has ever given. Seeing Hester and Pearl standing on the scaffold, he stands with them and confesses his love for Hester and reveals the letter seared into his flesh on his chest and falls dead. In the scene you are about to watch, we see Hester and Mistress Hibbins being accused of witchcraft and about to be hung. But Dimsdale dramatically enters and proclaims his love for Hester and admits that he is the father of Pearl. This scene was chosen because we see that how the director took advantage of his directorial liberties and completely changed the ending of the book, which in my opinion destroyed Hawthorne's message of the book. Joff completely romanticized the movie from beginning to end to make it appeal to a much broader audience and couldn't have missed the literary adaptation mark more. In this scene, Dimsdale was supposed to drop dead out of guilt, but instead lives happily ever after as a family. In my opinion, the director lost Hawthorne's exploration of how the Prutens internalized guilt as well as the exploration of the way they live their lives. This scene was also chosen because it illustrates the main theme of guilt and suffering, which is what we are about to see in the clip. Here we see how the director gives us a long shot of the scenery to reveal the setting of the movie, and closes up to reveal the scared expression on Hester's face. The costume designers used clothing from the 17th century to keep the storyline as authentic as possible. Hester is wearing a dark undertone so that the scarlet letter A could be seen easily and give a greater impact on the scene. The lighting in this scene is bright to match the scene in the book and helps us see the facial expressions on each of the characters.
I love this woman. I am the father of her child. And in God's eyes,
Music playing in the background is instrumental. It provides a more dramatic and captivating tone for what Dimsdale is revealing about himself, and helps improve the scene.
now if you must, hang someone to appease your anger and your fear. Then hang me.
This scene connects to literary theory because Dimmesdale takes off the mask he has been wearing for over 7 years and finally reveals his true self. Demi Moore, who played the character of Hester Prynne, was a poor choice to portray her. She tried too hard to reflect Hester's character in a horrible way. Her fake British accent was an understatement and ruined the authentic portrayal of Hester. Gary Oldman, who played the part of Arthur Dimmesdale, did an excellent job at portraying the character of a minister. He was exactly what was described in the novel and what was expected of him. This film was rated R and was for mature audiences only and had a lot of graphic scenes such as the one we are about to see. Since the whole movie was romanticized, it is more of a chick flick about love and happily ever afters, as you can see in the end of the clip. This scene with the Indians never happened in the book and was just used as a climax to make the story more interesting overall.
Where's Quill?
He's in the armory.
Come on! Where's my child?
He's in the meeting house.
In the ending of the clip, when they are all hugging, this foreshadows the happy ending that is not seen in the book but was changed to fit the director's vision.